People just don't understand that there are no shortcuts to health.
Yes, sir.
There's no shortcuts.
Yes,
And there's no drug without a side effect.
We are misplaced in time. So rapidly changed our environment and our food and our lifestyle and processing and everything else, and then we expect our genetics to handle it. I'm a diesel engine and you're trying to put gasoline in.
Do you know that processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, things of that nature, processed meats, they are considered a level 1 carcinogen? That's by the governing body that determines what is and what isn't cancerous. That means that it's in the same category with cigarettes, plutonium, and asbestos. You're never going to see a commercial or even see a warning label on those type of food.
Numerous studies have screamed that certain foods could be casting calls for cancer to take the spotlight in your life. With research from big shots like the World Health Organization and Cancer Research, we'll guide you through what to side-eye and what to munch on at the dinner table.
Bernardo Lopalo of Mesa says he eats just about the same thing every day to stay strong and healthy, and he tells me there's one food keeping him looking young, even though he's over a century old, and it's something you probably have in your kitchen right now.
Never been sick a day in his life. I was astounded. Some people argue, well, it's just Bernardo's genes. He has good genes. One of his family members, his son, didn't eat properly, and he did pass on much younger.
According to Bernardo, there are 5 foods that he relied upon for his long life and good health, and those are
garlic, olive oil, cinnamon, chocolate, honey. Honey, you'll never get sick.
garlic. According to research, regular consumption of garlic has many health benefits, and it's no surprise why Lopalo included it in his meals regularly. Garlic is classed as a superfood, and fermenting garlic between 140 and 170 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 4 weeks enhances its nutritional value. Some of the incredible benefits of garlic include helping protect the heart, preserving cognitive functions, providing plenty of antioxidants, helping to prevent and fight cancer, enhancing the immune system and regular blood sugar levels, and detoxifying the liver. These are among the reasons why the incredible Bernardo Lopalo marked it as one of the secret foods that helped him live long and healthily. 2. Raw unprocessed chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Can you eat too much dark chocolate? That's the question.
You know, I have never seen anything about an overdose of cacao, but I will tell you that cacao has been shown to actually double the number of stem cells flowing in your bloodstream just by having 2 cups of hot chocolate made with 80% high flavanol chocolate, dark chocolate.
Come on.
The polyphenols in this dark chocolate, that we know what they are. They're called proanthocyanidins. So I'm a scientist, so my job is to actually know what the inside chemicals actually are. Yes. These are natural chemicals, all right? Most people don't need to know that, but you drink it and it tastes good. That's all you need to know. But I'll tell you, these natural chemicals found in cacao actually trigger a reaction in your body so that they call out the stem cells. So it is literally like bees flying out of a hive.
Cinnamon.
I was told that cinnamon was great for diabetes. And of course, I don't want to get diabetes, so I've been using cinnamon tea for a number of years now.
The third food which helped Bernardo reach the age of 114 is cinnamon. Cinnamon offers tremendous health benefits. Some of the benefits include lowering blood sugar, protecting against cancer, cutting the risk of heart disease, having anti-inflammatory and anti-aging properties, having anti-diabetic effects, and also being loaded with antioxidants. 4. Olive and olive oil.
I bathe my feet every night and massage them in olive oil. Never had a corn.
Another secret food that enabled Bernardo to reach his remarkable age and stay healthy is olive. Some of the incredible benefits of olive oil include its ability to fight Alzheimer's disease, reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, treat rheumatoid arthritis, protect against heart disease, and help in preventing stroke. 5. Honey.
I never miss. And we have it put up also in the little bags that you can take it with you.
Honey was a regular in this centenarian's daily diet, and he always mixed it with other foods. Raw, unpasteurized honey contains many important antioxidants, which are linked to a reduced risk of heart attacks, strokes, and certain types of cancer. Honey also helps the arteries in the heart dilate, increasing blood flow to the heart, and may also help prevent formation of blood clots. Honey also lowers cholesterol, triglycerides, and inflammation, and some studies have shown that honey improves heart disease risk factors in diabetics.
I was just so surprised that so much of what is in our diet or in our foods, a lot of that stuff is banned in other countries.
Just think about it for a second. Here in the US, in the 1950s, the obese population was 5%.
Yeah.
Today, obese, 43%. And if we include obese and overweight, it's 75%.
What?
Yeah, 43% obese. Overweight and obese is 75%, and it's worse in our community. So you start to understand why we're so sick and then why we're so overweight as well too. It starts to make sense when you start to look at the fact that 67% of our diet is ultra-processed food. Food that's in box, bag, cans, and jars that we've fallen in love with, that we have at our family gatherings, that we make our mac and cheese with, but there's no cheese in the mac and cheese box. And so we start to understand very quickly how all of this is tying in and how all these systems are feeding each other. A food system is making you overweight and sick. It's feeding healthcare. It's feeding the drug companies. You understand? It's making your insurance higher. All of these things are feeding a system, just like this. And it doesn't just start with you as an adult, it starts with our children. Because the vast majority of the marketing is for our children.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So they're being indoctrinated at a very early age, which goes into helping you understand why there's so much ADHD.
Yeah.
When you start to think about how yellow number 5 and red number 40 create issues in the brain.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? When you start to think about something like monosodium glutamate that causes you to be addicted and eat so much that you don't even have any restriction or any inhibition to say, all right, it's time to stop eating.
Wow.
Gorging on these sweet, starchy delights can stealthily raise your risk of type 2 diabetes and obesity. A 2020 study found that these conditions stir up inflammation and oxidative stress, potentially inviting certain cancers to the party. A 2019 review highlighted that type 2 diabetes ups the odds of ovarian, breast, and endometrial cancer. And if that's not enough, a 2017 study linked high blood glucose levels from sugary foods to colorectal cancer. But fear not, you can dodge these dangers by swapping out refined carbs for healthier choices like whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, brown rice, and oats. Stay safe and snack smart.
You don't want to be using an oil like canola oil or soybean oil or corn oil. Absolutely unhealthy for human beings to eat. They contain an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio that is very unhealthy, and they also oxidize very rapidly, which is also very inflammatory and unhealthy for the human body. And when you heat them to the temperature required to fry your food, they oxidize double time. And so you wind up eating this omega-6 rich oxidized oil on the fried food, and that's very unhealthy and very bad for you.
Fried foods. Ever wonder what happens when you fry, bake, roast, or toast your favorite starchy treats? Well, it's not just about that delicious crunch. High temperatures can turn those innocent spuds into acrylamide factories. Yes, acrylamide, a mouthful to say, and something you definitely don't want in your mouth. Fried, starchy foods like golden French fries and irresistible potato chips are particularly loaded with this sneaky compound. According to a 2018 review, acrylamide was shown to be a real troublemaker in rat studies, earning it a probably carcinogenic to humans label from the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. A 2020 study revealed that acrylamide doesn't just stop at being a nuisance, it can actually damage DNA and trigger apoptosis, which is just a fancy term for cell death. So next time you're reaching for those crispy fries, remember, they might just be too hot to handle in more ways than one.
Processed foods cause high insulin levels. We've talked about that in my previous talks. It causes weight gain. It causes metabolic syndrome, toxicity, and inflammation in the body.
Not only do the ultra-processed foods increase the risk of cancer, but that after a cancer diagnosis, there's an increased risk of dying.
Ultra-processed food. Beware the perils of processed foods. Indulging in ultra-processed delights like packaged snacks and fizzy drinks could raise your cancer risk, as a 2018 study revealed that just a 10% uptick in these foods could boost your overall cancer risk by 12% and breast cancer by 11%. Fast forward to 2023, and a larger study confirmed these chilling findings, with researchers examining data from 266,666 people across Europe, discovering that consuming more ultra-processed foods, especially animal-based products and artificially sweetened drinks, increased the risk of dying from cancer or heart disease. And the cherry on top? These foods are calorie bombs, packed with salt, sugar, and saturated fats, contributing to obesity, a known cancer risk. So next time you're tempted by a ready meal or sugary snack, remember, it might just be a recipe for disaster.
Now, what's a GMO? Basically, it's a living organism whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated. It could be either a plant, an animal, or a bacteria, or even a yeast, which is made to withstand direct exposure with herbicides, especially glyphosate, which is in Roundup Ready, and or produce an insecticide. So certain plants that are GMO can actually put out an insecticide.
GMO. The rapidly expanding industry of genetically modified foods, GMOs, is infiltrating our food supply at a terrifying speed. Experts warn that these frankenfoods were unleashed without proper testing, leaving us clueless about their long-term effects. Producers and growers are playing a risky game with our health. So stick to organic or GMO-free labels to dodge these genetic time bombs. Eat smart, stay safe, and keep your meals monster-free.
So I just wanted to do this short video on all the things that are GMO that you may not think are GMO. So definitely start reading the labels to make sure it's non-GMO or organic. Consume a lot of cruciferous food to help detoxify this stuff. And also you can get something called fulvic or humic acid, which is great to help detoxify these GMOs.
Now, the million-dollar question is, can some foods lower your risk of cancer? Absolutely. Certain tasty treats pack powerful compounds that might help you dodge the cancer bullet. Fruits and veggies, loaded with antioxidants, are the superheroes of your diet. Nuts can reduce inflammation, while beans, nature's broom, helps keep your insides clean. Whole grains like quinoa are fiber-rich cancer fighters. And fish, with its omega-3s, is a delicious way to lower cancer risk. But that's for our next video. The bottom line: processed meats, overcooked, and fried foods could be your ticket to an increased cancer risk. These foods might contain carcinogens, compounds that cause cancer. So, think twice before diving into that fried chicken. Stay healthy, eat smart, and may your diet be ever in your favor.